Welcome to my About, where I mix politics, religion, psychology, technology, and, pointing out the obvious, to help everyone bring reality to our lives. The Jeffrey Epstein saga has been unfolding for over 20 years. The Epstein file cover-up, the Trump Epstein Maxwell files, is not making sense. It is not adding up. I only have one factual reference for this video. Most of my points are made of publicly available, circumstantial, and hearsay evidence. In the court of public opinion, anything goes, allegedly. And if you never believed in the resurrection of the dead, the fact that this Trump, Epstein, Maxwell files still has life in the public domain makes me think Epstein came back from the dead to haunt Trump and everyone else involved, allegedly. First off, we should call this the Trump, Epstein, and Maxwell files. They have been in business together for over 10 years, allegedly. Over 4,000 transactions and over $1 billion in money transfers. Sounds like a business of some kind to me, allegedly. Epstein, and the part of the fraud during the 2008 financial crisis, and became a state witness and got protection, allegedly. Epstein and Trump. Major banks dropped them as clients. Deutsche Bank, outside of the USA, was more than happy to take them on as clients. Allegedly. Complaints of abuse at all the spas at Trump's properties. Allegedly. Epstein was interviewed and asked if he saw Trump doing anything inappropriate with younger girls. He took the Fifth, Sixth, and 14th Amendment rights and did not answer the question. And according to Trump, anyone who takes the Fifth is guilty, allegedly. Miss Maxwell, with a great British accent. That accent. I, personally, would do anything she asked of me. No wonder people fell for it. She sounds so sincere and authoritative. Her voice is very hypnotizing. What a gift she has. And Todd did everything she asked for, allegedly. Epstein has a foundation that supported other nonprofits. Hence, high-profile people were involved. For further details on the Trump, Epstein, Maxwell timeline, take a look at the MSNBC with R.E. Melber published a timeline. My reference is in the notes. The birthday card that Trump gave to Epstein, per Maxwell's ask, it discusses a secret they have in common, and a promise to keep it so. What is the secret? And to keep a secret, most people know to never mention there's a secret. Now that we all know there is a secret, why does the secret have to be kept secret, allegedly? They both had houses in New York City and Palm Beach. While going to a private island would have been nice, there was no need to always go there to practice the secret, allegedly. Why should we care, and why do we care? Blackmailing and extortion is not morally right, and it is illegal. Yet it happens all the time. There are videos, pictures, and paper trails about everyone that has visited their locations. All the activities are recorded. You can see the cameras in the pictures. Allegedly. Trump, Epstein, and Maxwell help each other build their wealth this way. They were in the extortion business, transferring worthless assets for large sums of money, blackmailing their friends. Remember, your rich friends are only interested in your money. Allegedly. Maxwell saying he did not see Trump act inappropriately. I've a bit of trouble with this word. What is perfectly appropriate to one person may not be to another. Asking a convicted sex offender about appropriate behavior around girls is most likely a completely different answer than some other people might have. Just asking the question about inappropriate behavior is inappropriate, and the answer is meaningless. especially from a convicted sex offender with perjury charges. In her mind, I am sure it was appropriate for the circumstance. Allegedly. There are numerous attempts to silence people. We can delive them, pay them off, fire them, force them to be subservient, create trouble for them, and death threats. The basic tactics of the mob. Allegedly. During the year 2019, the Trump presidency, Epstein is suddenly no longer alive. What did he know? What was he going to say? How big was his grudge against Trump? I can only imagine how rich people hold grudges against each other. I am sure it is at a level we could not even imagine. Was he willing to talk enough to bring down the Trump presidency? Better to get rid of this potential threat. And then there are lost videotapes and fraudulent records that night. Why was Epstein made silent? Allegedly. How much blackmailing material does Trump have on other politicians and high-profile individuals? Why are they so unresponsive about releasing the files and doing more to prevent the release? Are certain politicians getting blackmailed? Are they willing to be extorted to keep their job? When is too much too much? Why do the files need to be cleaned of those perpetrating the illegal acts? By the time they are done removing all the names and the acts, the only thing left in the file will be a single period. Allegedly. And what do others have on Trump? Allegedly. Since Trump thinks he is a made man in the mob, he talks like a mobster. He talks in code and said, "Please take care of the Epstein issue." And he was promptly delived. He said about Maxwell, "I wish her well." This is mob speak for, do not say anything, otherwise you will be silenced. Maxwell should be concerned for her life, especially at a lower security location. Why is the cover-up so intense? Is this going to bring down the Trump presidency? Allegedly. Young girls have been seriously harmed by high-worth and powerful individuals that think they are above the law. Justice needs to be equally served to everyone. This is not going to happen without some transparency. Yes. What about the victims of all this? Allegedly. This cover-up is so intense because of the people involved. Once the files are released, there will continue to be more speculation and cover-up. There will continue to be more news cycles to distract the public from this issue, just like all the other major issues in the past. I will mention the budget bill, the cancellation of federal funding, or is this a smokescreen for some other illegal activity going on? Allegedly. Remember, this is not an Epstein issue. This is a Trump, Epstein, and Maxwell issue. Obvious to most people. Allegedly. Are they all guilty in the court of public opinion? Think about it. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Please click the like and subscribe buttons. And thank you for watching. Such an exciting time to be alive.